why am I doing this? Similar to his video, I actually, what Ralph Smart had posted, his video was very encouraging, where he was saying, like, for you to actually, I forget the exact title, but like move to the next level, like for you to actually live the life that you desire, just do something different, try something new, not sit in your old habits or your bad habits that you had, come out of it, because that helps you. So in order for you to become that person you say you want to become. And that really spoke to me when he said that.
That's so true.
It comes a lot with self-esteem, because we all go through it. We're not perfect, but transmute the negative to positive. Like I said, with mastering the mind, don't let the mind control you, you control it. If you don't control it, somebody else will.
Yeah.
And once you manage that, you will be perfect.
This will always, come up with fears and doubts and insecurities. So it's not always going to be perfect, or maybe it will, but it's really our ability to, like you said, transmute the dark into the light, and to know big perception of ourselves, to be more grounded in our frequency, that other people's projections of who we are don't affect us, because we're just so in our own highest truth, which is, I think, what we have to do, is just own our own highest truth.
And for them to know they're not alone. They get lonely, but the type of people that's around you, not everyone's gonna agree to. And you have to, like you said, turn the dark to light. Ralph Smart said, we are one of his affirmations. I actually use his affirmations because they're powerful. We are light and darkness. And I realized that what you may think is negative is really positive. It's just reappearing thought in your head for you to actually come with a solution, deeper understanding to help you learn so you can become your greatest version, rather than you suppressing it and saying, oh, that's negative, that's bad. No, I don't. No. You actually need to face it, because there may be something in the situation that you did not learn from that actually can help you grow. That's with any situation. That's all it's about. And I had to realize that, because at first when I started, I was thinking like, okay, if I have a thought that I don't want to think about or something, I just try to suppress the emotion in which it's bad, because it goes in your body and you feel sick. It has to go somewhere, ignoring it. And I realized that, face it, I feel much lighter and more enlightened, because I'm aware of knowing the situation, to see it in a negative way, but it's a positive way. Like my recent situation, I broke up with someone, but I looked at it as great, because I need to let something go, but I didn't know what it was. And I noticed once I let that go, I felt relief. I felt better, like I was being honest with myself. And I seen it in a positive way. I learned a lot. I wasn't mad at the person or anything. It taught me a lot more about myself, and that was about, because I noticed that I brought things to that person for them to realize their worth and what they're capable of doing, and they done the same thing with me. And the universe has its ways. It brings people into your life for you to help see things like that. And you can't force certain people, certain things to stay in your life, because it hinders your growth. When you're much aware of what's going on, and you can figure out like things is serving you, things is not serving you. And when it just comes to you, like, okay. And It's all about your perception of things. And once you see it on a higher state, your higher divine self, you see that you're actually growing and progressing. When you may, in your lower state of self, you may see, oh, you may feel guilt that you did this. That's where you actually feel more outside of yourself, because you more focus on what another person think of you rather than you being true yourself. When we all here on a journey for growth, but it's all about perception. Eventually, we all on different levels. Some people will catch on eventually. Some people choose their path down the wrong way, go the wrong path. Some people go on a good path. It's all about how you see a situation, and you see it positive perspective. There's no reason to get upset or mad at someone, because we all are one. And that's something I have to see, that I'm looking at you, you're like a reflection of me, so how can I get mad at you or something? I had to think back, what is it I'm doing that's causing a reflection of you to do something that I may not like? Or that person, you may be doing something and I'm reflecting what you're doing, and you may not realize it. Like the same energy, the energy that you put out is the energy that you get back. It has to be balanced. It can't be one person giving out a lot of energy and you're just taking it from them. And so I had to realize, because you will feel so drained. It's about balance. And when everything is balanced, it's just peace and harmony with things. You can see the communication, the connection, and everything is just perfect.
Yeah. And I wanted to say something about, we're talking about wrong paths or good paths, but for me, I don't think there is such a thing as a wrong path or a good path. I think every path is good, because there's such a thing as an aligned path and a non-aligned path. But when people are going down the so-called wrong path, it's truly for their best good, because they're making the problem so big that they have no choice to see that they have to change themselves to come to the aligned path. So sometimes, when we're trying to be aligned, it's on the opposite spectrum of not being aligned. I don't know what that means. But anyways.
I understand where you're coming from. Like, we put in certain situations when we get off track, and you do what you want to do, you listen to your ego, and you get sidetracked, and then you may put yourself in a deeper situation than what you thought you would be in. But until you actually be more aware, and then you realize, like, oh, okay, this isn't for me. This is what I should be doing. You have like that awakening.
Yeah.
Get more awareness.
What is serving our actual well-being? Is going to a job that constantly drains us serving our well-being? Probably not. Doing the things that we love, that's serving our well-being. Being outside in the sunlight, serving our well-being. Meditating, eating good foods, it's just about serving our well-being. Exercising, mind, body, spirit.
It's the small things that matter. It can make a difference. Small changes. And after that, you will feel and know the difference.
Feel good. Feels so good to be alive, baby.
Like a out of body experience.
Mm, nice. Have you ever had one of those?
I actually have this year.
Really?
It was interesting. I wasn't sure how it worked, but I would love to experience it again because it's like I was asleep. As I was on the phone, I was sleeping, and I could like literally still hear the person I was talking to, and like my body was vibrating, like I was getting ready to leave outside of my body, and then like I was focused in the moment, like I was meditating, and then they said something that automatically like came back, but I wasn't asleep.
That's crazy.
I was like, wow.
That's crazy. I'm scared.
I was like that. Like when you like certain stuff like that, I realized that you should be more open rather than open with love rather than fear, because then you actually lose that. Because with me, I was excited, confused, and I guess I say I had fear at the same time. I didn't know what was going on,